Team Rocket's Moltres is a very funny card with its evil burn attack. With for 1 fire and 3 colorless energies, you can discard a Team Rocket's energy from this Pokemon and your opponent's active and all cards attached to it. So your opponent spent all this time powering up a Pokemon and you just say, nah, get out of my game. My name is Rahul, and today we're going to be looking at a Team Rocket's Moltres EX control style deck profile and video here. There will be a deck list and a video of gameplay. This is a video from the official Japanese YouTube channel where it'll just be a couple of players playing. We're going to take a look at the list. We're going to kind of analyze it. It's a little bit of early gameplay, so it's a little treat for us. Good idea for how you guys can build your decks, fun or otherwise. So yeah, let's jump into it. Team Rocket's Moltres EX. Also, yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoy this stuff. I like to do this as frequently as I can. Team Rocket's Moltres EX has 220 HP. It's a fire type. Has 220 is actually a very important number because it's a very easy number to hit in the format. Just important to note. And then it has Flame Barrier for the first attack, Fire double colorless, 110, and takes 50 less next turn. Now the main attack here is the Evil Burn attack that I mentioned already. Has 2 retreat cost, weak to lightning, and has fighting resistance. Now we have Rocket's Articuno as well in the deck with a resistance fail to make sure that our basic Pokemon don't have any effective attacks. So this does affect, like if a Rocket's Moltres is up against a Rocket's Moltres, then Articuno would stop it from happening, which is kind of funny. There is the Rocket Zapdos as well that has Jamming Wind for the first attack, 30 damage for a double colorless to move an energy to the bench, so you can kind of control your opponent's board state with cards like this. And then you have Wicked Thunder that is 60 plus 60 for each rocket for a rocket energy attached. So pretty decent for hitting weakness and stuff like Moltres and stuff in general. And then we have Rocket's Wobbuffet, which has Rocket Mirror, which moves all the damage counters from one of your bench Pokemon to your opponent's active. So you can basically just full heal one of your Pokemon with the Rocket's Wobbuffet. And a Psychic Colorless just means you can use it Rocket Energy to use it effectively. So let's jump in to the video. I believe everything's set up. Let's take a look at the list as soon as it pops up here. Cool. So we've got the list here. Nothing too crazy, I think, to write home about. We've got the 4 Moltres, 2 Charms, which I do like, and the Hero's Cape. So we're basically just making a really tanky Moltres, and we're basically just discarding our opponent's active, or we're putting all the damage counters onto it. So we're basically going back and forth between the Moltres and the Wobbuffet. Now there is Fez and there is Latias in the deck, so now we don't have to like fully rely on Rocket supporters to play the game. I still would have liked to see maybe like the Rocket supporter that gets the 3 basics on turn 1. That might have been a pretty okay one to put in here, at least like a 1-of copy, especially if we're playing 4 copies of Pokegear. You don't have to actually play Transceiver and stuff. The Crispins make sense to me. The Boss makes sense to me. Research, Arvin, yep, all makes sense to me. Tons of tools. We have Devo, Charm, and Cape, so we can basically just like mess up our opponent's board pretty easily. Monkey Dark is kind of funny as well because that way we can move damage that we want to first, like 30, and then we can move it all to the active afterwards. Crispin makes it all possible. 2 AutoZone Stadium is interesting. I don't know if that's necessarily the best one. There's probably like a better stadium that's like more, I don't know, like more control-y in the format. But yeah, whatever. Let's just jump into the gameplay. Oh, there's a second list in here, I think. We have Rockets Coughing too. I didn't expect this one. Weezing. This is just a pretty degenerate deck. We have the Rockets Weezing and the regular Weezing. We're just playing like a Weezing box deck with reversals. Hassle, Sacred Ash. You guys just got treated with a second deck list for free out of nowhere. That's awesome. Petron to move stuff around. Basically, you're just controlling. The Weezing just does more damage based on how many Coughings or Weezing I believe you have in play. So we're just spamming this and having like a ton of guys in play. I don't know what the other Weezing does, but we basically just like spam the attacks and go from there. Oh, this is just a bunch of deck lists before the gameplay. Actually, wow, this is awesome for you guys. What, did I miss one? No, yeah, we're looking at this. Alakazam, Arbok. Alakazam can hit from the bench, which is really cool as well. Arbok is just, it says no abilities while in the active. So you basically just set up this Arbok, sit behind it, and Alakazam just around. It's kind of like the idea of playing like Klefki, or like walls with Alakazam, but Arbok is like a much stronger wall, I guess is like the best way to put it. And then you have Trolley, which I think like that's the aspect that kind of ties it all together. Because if you can turn one Trolley, get all your pieces out, sit behind this Mimikyu or Arbok, and then you can go into like the game state. That's kind of cool because like you can just go. There's only 1 candy here, which is a little bit whatever, I guess. There is a 3-2-3 Alakazam line. I guess you're trying to Evo as much as you possibly can early on in the game. So you don't need more than 1 candy, and then Arvin can like dedicate slots to like Lux Cape and this board and stuff like that. But it's just kind of funny that like this is like a viable strategy. Like you're basically playing walls. And there's now a King Gambit deck as well. We're getting treated with so many deck lists here. This King Gambit deck, I think it's like if you have exactly 4 damage counters, you knock it out. So you have the bomb to do that. You have the Ampharos to get some damage counters on the board. The Pidgeot to set up a 1/1/1 Pidgeot is really sus. These are some really weird lines of Pokemon. But Vengeful Punch is funny. The Bomb is funny. I think there should be at least a Monkey in here, probably like a Monkey Crispin combo, because if we can mitigate that damage counters to some capacity, it's actually pretty reasonable. But this is like a really funny deck as well. I think like the damage counter manipulation. Um, and then we have Porygon, which I think Porygon's actually probably the best Rocket Pokemon. Let me pull up Porygon real quick as well for you guys. I think Porygon is the best one. I remember looking at this card and seeing that there's a lot of potential for this. Porygon basically says that 20 for each discard pile that has Rocket in its name, which is like a ton of damage that you can actually ramp up to. You can see here here comes Team Rocket as well, which is funny. 4 Jesse and James, 4 of each of the supporters. You're basically just going through your deck. This is an expanded list. I don't know if you noticed immediately. I did. We got the Ditto Prism to evolve up. This is just like a funny expanded deck. I don't think it's even good. We'll have an expanded deck profile actually coming up soon on Friday for you guys, so you should be ready for that. But yeah, let's jump into the actual gameplay of the deck. Sorry for that random surprise lists. But we got a bunch of lists. We have the Coughing deck on the right, and I'm presuming the Moltres deck on the left. Yep, there it is. The Coughing deck actually like can do a ton of damage. It's like killing this, but it's capping itself at 6 total, right? So it's like it's capping itself at 240. So with Tool, you can like basically mitigate this. Like maybe like a poison package would be pretty good in this deck. There's the Terapagos. There's the attachment for the Rocket Energy. Dude, Rocket Energy enables so many strategies, what I think is so cool. Like this one energy card and this one archetype is like not so overpowering, where like Pokemon isn't giving us like the full blueprint to just be like, here's how you play Rocket. You guys should play Rocket. But there's so many different ways to play Rocket. Like there's the Mewtwo Spite Ops Rocket, there's the Control Rocket, there's the Porygon Rocket. There's like so many interesting ways to play it, which I think is just so neat. We're gonna go ahead and attach here. You know, this is like a pretty perfect setup from the Moltres player. We're gonna go ahead and just pop the active, and we take 50 less next turn. So we are like pretty okay with like we're not gonna one shot this next turn. So I guess there's the Coughing gets knocked out, you can get 2 more Coughings, which is actually pretty cool. You're like look at how many Coughings there are with the area 0. We're now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. We're doing 240, or sorry, 280 minus 50. We actually do get the knockout here if we want it. That's actually pretty neat. Wait, no, is my math off? 1, 2, 6 on bench, 1 active. Boom, boom, 2 more Weezings. Okay, we're just hitting everything we need. But these, I think, are the wrong Weezings. Rocket to the other one. There's the other Weezing. What the heck? This is a crazy setup. 40 times. Wait. 40 times 7. Yeah, okay. My math was correct. It was 280. Guys, sometimes basic math is really hard. I'm not the best at multiplication. Okay, now as the Moltres player, like, what do we do, man? Like, this is just like, this is so doomed. Like, we bump Stadium, sure, and like we get some Coughings and like the Fez off the board. But like we have to power up. Like we're gonna have to power up this guy all in one turn once again, and we're like in so much danger. Or I guess we can Crispin, move the damage. I mean, I guess we have Rocket's Energy here, right? Like, so we just go Wobbuffet, Rocket's Energy. We have to hit Rocket's Energy off the Iona. I mean, if we Rockets blow this up, the opponent needs like a lot of cards to come back into this. Like, I guess the biggest thing is like they just pitch their Fez. We have the Charm now as well, so we actually are like a much bigger entity. Granted that if they if they replace Stadium, wow, we don't even kill. Oh, that's so depressing. If they replace Stadium, there's Ash. Oh my God, Sacred Ash. That's right. All those Coughings are coming right back into the deck. We're gonna Ultra Ball for the Weezing here. We're looking for Stadium and 3 of the pieces. And if we get those 3 pieces, okay, Reversal is kind of fun. There is the Poison package here too. I was right. That is like a reasonable thing to do. So we didn't hit the Stadium here. There's just 150. I feel like if we, okay, so like in a deck like this, I don't remember looking at the deck list, but if there was like a Chorus, Tenacity is like a really good card in this list. I feel like there was no Chorus in this list. There's Hassles, but I feel like a Chorus could be really good because you can go get Stadium and you can go get like Energy, which is like really all you need every single time. But again, I guess you have to find Pokemon. But like if you have Fez in play already, right? Like if you get Stadium plus Energy out of your deck with the Chorus, and then you Fez and draw 3 and like find your Pokemon pieces, that's like a pretty good chance you can get up there. Like this deck has been thinning really aggressively. This Weezing deck is really shocking me. Like I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by this Weezing deck. Like this is a sick deck. We're gonna research. Another Moltres is getting set up. This is like such a nice. I mean, if we hit a Rocket Energy, it'd be kind of nice because we can just move all our damage off the board. So we're gonna Monkey Dory, pop the active. There comes the other Weezing. Go into the Wob. Yeah, perfect. Like this is also like the idea, right? If anything can't one shot us, it's this Moltres deck, which is possibly like really hard to do once we get the charm and the first attack going, right? Like, because we're basically effectively minusing 100 HP. Not a lot of things can hit 320 in the format, so we're just putting people on a clock. So if they try to two-shot us, we can just loop between these. The problem is now we're down 3 of our Rockets energy, so we only have 1 Rockets energy remaining to play this game. And the Weezing player obviously just lost 2 Weezings, and now we're hassling. I don't know, man. Hassle's such a weird support. I don't like this supporter. I don't think it's very good. We're gonna Prime Catcher. I also feel like Prime Catcher is probably not the ace spec of choice, right? Like, there's got to be one that's like slightly better. Reversal, retreat. Why are we retreating the reversal? And then we have the other Weezing, which I think is no same Weezing, right? Like, we just boom, we blow it up, take 2 prizes, go down to 2. I mean, now we just have to not bench anything. This Moltres on the bench shouldn't actually even be there. I feel like this Moltres is like just a gigantic liability. Like, we have just. I think I would just bank on the fact that our 1 Moltres is never dying, and then go from there. We're gonna Fez. We're gonna see some more cards, and then a 110. Yep, nothing crazy here. Like, it's just gonna be a pass. We're not even gonna go for the put damage on the board because Monkey Dory gets agency then. And again, looks like we're gonna go. Oh, yeah, 110. Why are we putting so many energy? It's like retreating. Seems fine. 110 here. Like, passing is actually the completely correct play because you don't want to give them damage counters to work with. So we're gonna gust up the Monkey Dory, I think, here, and pop the Monkey Dory. Yeah, perfect. Wow. This is like some really good play, actually. And we're just gonna blow up the Monkey Dory here. Now the Monkey Dory's off the board. We don't get we get the free cards off the Artisan. Or so we get Artisan the Monkey back with the Dark. Iono to 1 would be really scary here. We don't want to proc Fez for no reason for free. I was just attaching a fire. Heroes Cape the guy. I mean, dude, okay, all right. So I would probably Heroes Cape the Fez, right? Like, Fez is probably the easier target here. But I guess, like, in terms of numerical value, like, it doesn't matter which one gets boss. They're both probably dying. So I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. And we're just gonna take a knockout. And now the reversal on the bench is notably, like, completely useless for the remainder of the game. So Rocket's energy is the only thing that wins us the game. Rocket plus boss. So we have the gear here. There's the boss's orders. Now Rocket energy gets us there if we get there. Stadium, bench a bunch of the little guys, Poffin, thin out our deck. I see another reversal energy. It's just going to be a pass. We know the boss is in the hand, so this is where Iono comes in to be kind of clutch. This game is actually a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Another vessel, so we're thinning out the cards. Both these decks are really cool. Like, this Weezing deck is so cool. We're going to boss up the Fez here and just a quick smack. Yeah, now we're basically setting up checkmate, basically saying you need to find a way to retreat here, where that's where the Petrant comes in. We're gonna Petrant up the one with the reversal energy, poison it, attach a rocket energy, and the boss's orders is the last card in the hand. Oh my god, I didn't expect this at all. Oh lord, the Weezing deck wins. Oh, this is actually so sick. Like, this Weezing deck is so sick. Like, this is so cool. Like, this is so cool. This is so sick. This Weezing deck is so sick. I want to bring this to a challenge or something. This is so awesome. I'm not gonna play Hassle, of course. That's gonna probably become like a chorus or something. But this is what, like, maybe the Hassle won her the game. Like, maybe the Hassle did it, right? But, like, okay, maybe the Prime Catcher is good. Maybe I'm just trolling. Anyway, this is really cool. We saw Moltres versus Weezing today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe. We'll be back with an expanded deck profile in our next video. So check it out. And yeah, peace out.